our next thought leader who's coming to join us. His name is Daven Michael, and he's a founder of 123 Companies. And he's been an entrepreneur since age 15. He's discovered a formula that has helped turn multiple diverse business ventures into extremely successful companies, right? Including multi-million-dollar companies and now creating change and impact. Devon, what's up,
Hey.
Devon?
How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Good
Happy New Year.
Where are you tuning in from?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Yes, we just had Marjorie tune in from Puerto Rico earlier.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, it's the new hotbed.
You know, I've heard that when I was moving down to San Diego, you know, someone asked me, what was your intention? And I said, I got this meditation download that there's so many influencers out there creating amazing content.
Yep.
And someone mentioned, you want a timeline hop? Go to Puerto Rico. And I was like, yes.
True. It's true. That's where it's going. That's where it's going. It was San Diego, and San Diego is still, of course, an incredible place. But yeah, a lot of marketers here in Puerto Rico. Who was it? Brendan Burchard just moved out here, and Christian Mine. There's a lot of us out here. There's tons of them. Selena Sue, John Lee Dumas right down the street. So that's pretty awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, welcome to our New Year, New You live stream. Thank you so much for joining us, Devon.
Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate you sharing your message out in the world. And I want to ask you about entrepreneurship. You know,
Sure.
You started from the age of 15. You know, I started in my mom's garage at age 18. And so what about entrepreneurship would you like to share with people? Like what makes being an entrepreneur, you know, like to empower others? Like what would you say about entrepreneurship?
Sure. Well, actually, I think I'd probably like to share something that's kind of timely, and that's really the lesson that I learned from 2020 in entrepreneurship. You know, as you mentioned, I own 123 Employee, and we're a big outsourcing center in the Philippines, and we have thousands of clients all over the. But even our biggest clients, they're really all small businesses. And when COVID first hit, literally our largest clients, 90% of them started cutting back their staff dramatically. And we realized we were in big trouble, and we kind of war roomed and we sat down. We thought, how are we going to innovate? How are we going to innovate our way out of it? And we came up with some great ideas that really helped our business. But the amazing thing was that so many of our clients did exactly the same thing because they were small businesses and they innovated. And within weeks, they were literally reinventing themselves. And as a result, you know, we had challenges this year, just like everybody else. But we actually, as a company, we had probably one of our best years ever. And that's really a testament to entrepreneurship, right? What do entrepreneurs do when their back is against the wall? They're forced to innovate, and they do. And I think whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you aspire to be an entrepreneur, or you have no interest in being an entrepreneur, there's an amazing lesson to be learned there. And that is, in the face of adversity, no matter where you are in your life, you have to you have to reinvent yourself, and it's possible. It's totally possible, no matter what situation you're in. And I will absolutely agree that, you know, these are challenging times. People have gone through a lot, especially, you know, I feel bad. Some of the stories I've heard have just been unbelievable. And my intention is to do as much about that as I can. But there is a valuable lesson to be learned there. And that is that, you know, you have to innovate, especially today.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love how, you know, with uncertainty, you took control and you saw that as an opportunity, which
Absolutely.
amazing.
Absolutely. We did, but so did our clients, you know, which was unreal. I mean, that was really incredible. We couldn't have done it without them, that's for sure. And then when we were all on our own missions, but we all helped each other out. So it was pretty incredible, actually.
That is amazing, Devon. So I want to ask you, with, you know, with other people who are just looking to start out, or, you know, they're looking, like I've seen in the chat, you know, some people want to like to get jobs or they want a new career. What suggestion do you have to someone who's just starting out? What message of hope would you?
You know, if you aspire to be an entrepreneur, well, the good news is it's the greatest time in history to become an entrepreneur. It has been for years, and that's because today we live, you know, in the information age, the virtual age, the internet age, and COVID pushed everything 5 years forward. Today, if you want to start a business, you just come up with an idea, you throw it on the internet, you do a little bit of marketing, and you see if it, you know, takes wings. When I started my first business, there was no internet. I'm old, and so it was brick and mortar. And so I remember my very first business. I took everything I could beg, borrow, and invested into this venture because I was in the clothing business and I had to have a store. And this was on Melrose in Los Angeles. It was very expensive. I had to do the build out. And I remember before I opened up, just seeing my life flash before my eyes because I realized that if I didn't pull this off, I'd spend the next decade, trying to pay all this debt off. And so today, though, it's a whole different deal. You could just try something out, see if it's got legs, and then if it does, you can get some investor money. People will throw money at you, or you could bootstrap it and do it yourself. But today, there's so many opportunities. COVID has pushed things five years forward, so there's absolutely that ability to do that. And also, maybe you don't want to start your own business, but what I do highly suggest, if you are looking for a job, which I don't suggest, I really suggest starting your own business. But if you are looking for a job, then take ownership of that job. Treat it like a business, and that will differentiate you from the rest of the crowd. That will allow you to excel. That will allow you to get the job that others can't get because you have to be different. You have to think different.
Beautiful, beautiful. You just when I look at you and I hear you speak, the word that comes up is resourcefulness. Right?
Absolutely.
How to channel resourcefulness? Because I truly do believe in this because I started with a few $100s, and to be resourceful is you can take that mindset into your job, as you shared. You can take
Absolutely.
that mindset into your being of figuring out and looking for opportunities,
Yeah.
because too often there's these limits that we place on ourselves, like, oh, only because they had a lot of money, that's why they're successful, only where they come from, or all these different stories or reasons, versus like looking and channeling that third option. Like
Yeah.
if you're given two options,
Yeah.
it's the third option.
I totally agree. And, you mentioned how people think like, oh, if I only have more money and this and that. And listen, I'm a realist too. I have learned that I'm able to do more, make more, be more with more money. But if you can create something great, you can attract that money. You can make that happen. And it's a stepping stone. So I think you totally nailed it. You have to be resourceful and just be different.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to be different, because at times, like, people are trying to be someone else. They're trying so hard. You can be the best you
Yeah.
out there, right? Nobody in the world can compete with you. Beautiful, beautiful. So, what would you say is uh is an obstacle that a lot of people have right now, feeling stuck or feeling uncertain? What is the obstacle you feel that people have out there, and what
Sure.
advice would you
It's
like?
that one obstacle that really hasn't changed in history, and that's this one right here, right? And I knew when I was growing my businesses that this is what holds you back, right? It's your belief system, and because I did a lot of investing in my personal development, and it was interesting to me, and so I knew that, but I didn't really feel it and experience it on a visceral level until I kind of got to a place I wanted to be. I finally made it. And I look back and I thought, my gosh, if I just had a higher level of belief, if I thought I could do more in a shorter amount of time with less, which I could have, then I would have been there probably decades sooner. So, you're going to hear everybody in the world always tell you that you're only the only thing that's limiting you and holding you back is your mindset. But it is so true. If you believe that you could make $100 million over the next 5 years, if you absolutely believe that on a visceral level, I guarantee you could pull it off. You could definitely do it. But what holds us back is that belief system. So you have to kind of fake out your brain. You're already there, or you have the roadmap, or you know how to do it, and just get out there and make it happen. Because I promise you, when you look back, you'll realize that the only thing that held you back was just your belief system.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. And as you share that, what comes up for me is with the brain is trying to survive, right? We have this 2 million-year-old brain that's within us, right? And so it's like, when you're looking to grow out of your comfort zone, that brain's like, no, 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 what are you doing? You got to stay safe, you got to stay secure. So when you're trying to survive, you're not thriving, right? And so, as Devon's sharing that, it's so powerful to you recognize how important your mindset is, your belief, right?
Agreed.
What you believe about yourself is so important. If you believe that you are a hustler, that you'll do no matter, you'll do whatever it takes to succeed, then you're going to channel that belief. If you believe life is hard, then everything could be going great, and all of a sudden you trip and you're like, life is hard, right? And so it's all about what you believe. And that's why people, amazing thought leaders like is able to channel that belief system. Like what is something, how do you overcome obstacles? How do
Yeah,
you
you know what, Sage, I think you kind of tapped on something. It's like, I think we're kind of talking about two things, aren't we? One is believing yourself, believing that you can make it happen. But also, you have to believe that you live in a world that makes that possible. Like that in that world that you live in, there is possibility, right? And I think you made a great point. You have really two options. You can come from a place of scarcity, or you can come from a place of abundance. You can decide or know that this world is abundant and that it has everything that you want, and it's there and it's waiting for you, but you have to tap into it. You've got to work and you've got to make that happen. But we all live this one life, but we all get to choose what glasses we sort of see the world through, right? You can look at the world and say, oh my gosh, we're in so much turmoil, and people are so divided, and people are in trouble financially, and we're living in this horrible, tough place right now. Or you can look at it and look at all the opportunities. We've moved 5 years forward in technology. There's more money being thrown at business ideas than ever have that's ever been. There's crowdfunding platforms. It's easy to get money if you have something great, and all the tools are there for you. The tools that didn't exist a decade ago, they're all there for you. Everybody has access to it. A lot of them start off as free, and you get to have that choice. You can say, I'm going to come from a place of scarcity, and my brain is just going to be thinking how to survive, or I'm going to come from a place of abundance, and I'm going to take what is great in the world and utilize it to make something fantastic. And then I'm going to help a gazillion people, and then I'm going to get rich doing it, right? because the more value you can add in the world, the more you're going to get paid for it, right?
it's about, I really believe in how much you can contribute to others, right? And create massive value for people.
Yeah, and also, Sage, I'll say one thing too. I was reading your bio, and I saw that you're a platinum partner, and so obviously you're friends with Tony. And I remember Tony says this one thing that always stuck with me and changed my life. And when I got there, I was like, oh, this is so awesome. And he said that, look, if you do a crappy job, you get paid a lot of money, and if you do a good job, you get a good wage, and if you do excellent, you'll make an excellent living. He said, but when you start being outstanding, right? Then they start paying you money. They're like, I can't believe I'm getting paid this kind of money. Like, really? I'm a speaker. I speak all over the globe, as I'm sure you are as well. And speaking is the highest paid profession on the planet. Not all gigs are like this, but I've been paid, six figures. I don't think I've had a 7-figure day. No 7-figure day, but close to 7 figures for like a 90-minute speech. And it's like, you're kidding me. I'm like, I don't deserve this kind of money. But when you really think about it, when you think about the decades that it took to get to that place, yeah, I guess I do deserve it, right? And so, yeah, when you're outstanding, you get paid stupid money, and more than that,
Yep.
more than that, you get stupid gratification, right? Like the fact that I'm able to empower so many people simultaneously in one sitting, I feel so honored and so humbled, and that is outstanding. So, anyways, just
Wow.
yeah.
Wisdom bombs.
Mhm.
It's so important to be able to realize that you have the power of choice and how you can contribute to others by speaking, right? And you can contribute and you can create positive energy around you, right?
Absolutely.
You
Yep.
can be on a stages like Devon, or you can be just sharing with your community, or just sharing with a friend in need, or even just listening to people. So
Yep.
that is such beautiful shares, Devon. Thank you so much. And
Yep.
what I just really feel your passion when you speak. I want to ask you, what are you most excited for 2021?
I'm probably I'm excited for a lot of things because we're making some big changes in our business, kind of moving on to like a whole nother level, which is cool. But honestly, one of the things I'm probably two things I'm excited about. One is I've decided I'm taking more time off this year. I just bought a new boat, and so my girl and I are going to go travel more. And then I'm also excited about getting back on the road again. For the last year, I've only been speaking on virtual events, and I've been self-employed, like you said, for well over 30 years. But I didn't really find my true nirvana until I started speaking, teaching, empowering, making a difference in other people's lives. that was what really juiced me. And that's what really sparked my passion, like you're talking about. And I haven't been able to do that for the last year. So I'm ready to get my vaccine. I don't know where you're at. Some people want to get it, some people will never get it. I could care less. Give me my vaccine. I'm ready to get out there and make a difference in other people's lives and have a blast. That's what gives me significance. So that's what I'm probably most excited about in 2021.
Beautiful, beautiful. Going out to the open ocean and watching the sunset.
Yeah.
You know, before COVID hit, I was going to Mykonos, and it's just such a beautiful, beautiful space to go out into the waters and just really enjoy
Yeah.
and
Making
nature
it
as a way
awesome.
of recharging. You know, because as entrepreneurs, you know, there's always more to do, there's always more to grow, right? And just giving yourself that space to.
Yeah, somebody asked me the other day, like what are you? Well, actually, it wasn't the other day. I think it was last year, and it was an interview, and they're like, "What's your big plans for 2020?" I think it must have been before COVID hit, and I was like, "My big plan is to slow down." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Nobody's ever told me that. Like, entrepreneurs are always, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that." I'm like, honestly, I'm ready to slow down a bit and enjoy life, and I feel like it's time. I've been so busy as an entrepreneur since 15. I've been busy, busy, busy every day since 15 years old. I don't even know who I am when I'm not busy. So this is the year I'm going to find out.
I feel you on that. You know, as an entrepreneur, again, there's that a part about what else can we create? What else can we create? The go, go,
Yeah,
go mindset.
exactly.
And yeah, because you deserve it, right? You're sharing with people inspiration all over the world. And
Also too, by the way, when you do take time off, yeah, I deserve it, but so do the people that love you. They deserve it too, right? My girlfriend turned to me the other day. We've been together 12 years, and I promised her that, I think I promised her last year was the year I was going to slow down. And she's like, I've been waiting for 12 years. And I was like, oh man, it's not just about me, right? And in that moment, I was like, okay, I made that commitment. I promised that we were going to spend more time together. Well, now I'm going to do it. So the people who love you will thank you as well.
beautiful. That sounds like in that moment, there's a breakthrough. You have an opportunity to seize that breakthrough. So, as part of our new year, new you, for the next 30 days, what is one outcome? What is one outcome of slowing down or relaxing? What is one outcome that you want to do in the next 30 days?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, I'm going to get out there on the boat. I'm going to spend more time with my girl and with my family, and just kind of record some special moments in our head. I just want to be more present with them, because entrepreneurs or just simply busy people, one thing that we're not is we're not terribly present, right? Because we're always somewhere in the future. We're always thinking about something else. We're always thinking about, how we're going to deploy certain capital or run our business or hire the next person or, XYZ. So, sometimes it just makes sense to just be still and be present and really connect with people.
Beautiful, beautiful. To just be present and grounded, and I want to honor you for joining us. I believe you have a special gift for one of our winners here.
Yes, yes, we do. So recently, one of my books became a New York Times bestseller. That book is Outsource Smart. And
Congratulations!
well, actually, no, is this the one? Is this the gift for everybody or the gift for the one person?
Uh, yeah. What gift would you want for one person? We
For
have-
one person. Oh, okay. Sorry. For one person, we're going to give away 40 hours of service at 123 employee. So,
right. And I believe you have a gift for everyone tuning in as well, right?
yes, for everyone, I'm going to give the audiobook version of Outsource Smart, my latest book, or second to latest book. I have a new one coming out right now. So,
Wow. Everyone gets, wow, that's a New York Times bestseller. That is incredible. Thank you so much, Devon. Devon, I want to ask you, where can people find you? I really feel you're inspirational as you share about as an entrepreneur, as you're sharing about slowing down and being present and being resourceful in creating opportunities, right? And so where can people find you? Where can people find you?
absolutely. It's Devon Michaels on everything. I spell a little funny, so it's Daven, like Dave with an N. Daven Michaels, Michaels.com. Devon Michaels on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything. So Devon Michaels.
Daven, I am so grateful and honored for you to join us. I
Pleasure was all
really
mine.
appreciate you. Go out there within the next 30 days, go out there and enjoy your boat, enjoy congratulations, and enjoy being present, enjoying out there in nature. Okay.
Thank you so
Much gratitude and appreciation for you. And remember, Daven, to flow on.
We'll flow on.
Yes. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Devon.